24 hours later.
The book doesn't really show where to put these, but we're just trying to build a skeleton that supports itself from every direction. It's just a redundant act. Wow. And I've already had one of these guys come flying off from somewhere. I'm going to set a little gap here. Ow. Now, go back and look at this structure. She looks straight. I'm tethered, but let me go ahead and bring you over from a different vantage point and see. You can see the fuse is almost perfect right at the tail down there. I got a little bit of a wiggle, but what I'm going to do is when I start to set those is I'll straighten that up. Chomper, you ready to go in the house, aren't you? He's telling me by walking around that we've been out here way too damn long, and it's time for me to go in and get him and myself food. Alright, so I'm going to hit the bottoms. This one here, I had to put it on the outside of that support pad. And these here, actually separated those a little bit. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Excuse me. So, the other issue too is that you don't have gravity working with you here. So, all of these, you really just kind of want to kind of tack these and come back for the real final.
What follows is a brief construction montage. Flashback. End of flashback.
Hey kids, Well, here we are. Day 1, 2, 3, night 3. And can you see my shirt? The Golden Girls. I've been getting slack about that all damn day long. That's okay. So, look here, man. She's all dried up. She's stiff. And looking very well. Very, very well. Starting to look like a half an airplane. I'm kind of proud of it. Seeing how it was such a stress. Now we are in the lower region. We're going to knock down some the pants, and we are going to install back up here. Remember yesterday we were on page 8. We got stuck on page 8. I think 8. We were on 8 almost all night.
Oh.
Let's see. 9 is when you started installing this. Boom, boom, boom. Install the landing gear sets. Install the wheel covers and landing gear baffle. This is a baffle. Okay. Landing gear baffles. I guess it's fat top, skinny bottom. So, any rate, yeah, there is just no build threads on these little kits, man. Let's see. Let's see what works better here. No. Okay, so it would have to go like this here because, see, you got an angle there. So because the gear is angled to the front. Tell you what I'm going to do, because these things here are infamous for getting knocked off. First thing we're going to do is get a brand new Techna edge out. If you need razor blades, I want to get back here and make sure you can see this. There we go. See that right there? Number 11 Hobby Blades by Techna Edge. These are damn good blades. I think these are really about the only blades I'll ever buy. The part number is T as in Tom, F as in Frank 01-211, and it's the number 11 Hobby Blade stainless. Rojas. Unsin. Okay, so because the gear is leaning this way and we've got that angle, we're going to want that longer point to go to the back, right? Now, what I'm going to do here, a couple of ways to do this, I reckon. But I am going to cut a relief. Okay, so that's one way of doing this. Let me show you another. So you get one of these, but if you really kind of want something that's about the same size as your landing gear, they're close to it. So if you'll take and put it on the table like this here, and then just work your little file magic. And that's really the best way to do this because you're going to get a uniform relief see here. See if you can see that. Just like that. Okay? Ta-da! I don't want to spend all that daggum time showing you that, because people are smart enough to know. So, today I was coming to work and check my emails, as I do. And I seen, oh, hold on a sec, I see this, see how that little carbon rod is hitting there? So I'm going to take and I'm going to cut a relief here too. So I don't have pressure there, because any of that little flexing and touching and rubbing or whatever is always constantly going to work on the glue joint. There, so you want it to fit in there real well. Another thing too, before you glue this thing, you want to kind of look at it from a couple of different angles and make sure it looks right, because when you glue it upside down, it may look straight and good upside down, but when you flip it over, it might look crooked as heck. So flip it over and look at it. And try not to poke a hole through your plane when you flip it back over. See, I always say clean the tip, clean the tip. Even when you clean it. Sometimes it'll get plugged up. Now, boy, this video is going to be a pain in the butt. Edit so much video. I took this 120cc airplane apart today. Took a 150 off of it, put a 120 motor on it in about an hour. Wired it the whole nine. And this thing here, you know, just takes so much more time. Okay, now, so this thing here has a little hole in it, and that's kind of about where you want that thing, I would reckon. Let's see here. These are always the first thing to get knocked off with these little planes. If I wasn't doing this for you online, I wouldn't even put these things on. So you don't want to do this upside down either, because if you do, you're going to end up having it drag in the rear. And what I'll do is I'm going to scuff this shiny part up. Go ahead and knock this one out while I'm there. My toe looks good. Make sure you give yourself plenty of clearance, because little pebbles and anything else that you might hit when you land. See how I've got that set? Okay. Now I'm going to flip this over and let you look at it. See, normally when you put them on, it's a little lower in the rear, a little higher in the front. If you do it straight, then this tail is going to drag and you'll end up having to trim it. So now that you get it back upside down, and this one here has got a little piece of the foam missing, so you can do a little filler there. Okay. Now, I've got that one. Put this over here. Where is my trusty marker? Okay, right there. Okay. We are now ready to introduce this plane to the world of right side up. The next time that this plane gets in this position here, hopefully she will have a motor on her. I'm happy. You happy? Now let me put my little file set up. Little round files, a little paddle file. Not pedophiles, paddle files. Those things are handy, handy. Okay.